That's me. That's me. That's me. That's me. Yeah. That's me. That's me. That's me. Stop. Hold up. PMG.
Hey everybody, it's Benji, better known as Moiciara, and yes, we're back again with another Ready to Love review. Don't pay attention to my nails because they're getting done Thursday, so by the time I get through making my last review on Ready to Love, my nails should be done. So anyway, okay. So, it was the meeting of the exes, child. The meeting of the exes. So I got Cornelius' ex definitely doesn't look like his type. I don't want, that sounds mean. I don't want to say the woman didn't look like his type. I'm gonna just say she wasn't what I expected to be his type. Boom. And I'm gonna leave it there with that. I got Camille shows up to meet Cornelius' ex, and Lord, it's awkward because y'all already know Camille and her facial expressions are gonna give you, so much. They're gonna give you so much on their own, and then yeah, it just was awkward. The energy was awkward, but I wish Camille. Okay, so they was having a conversation and stuff. Y'all know how they do. I just wish Camille wouldn't have said that she had been engaged 3 times. Like this was a conversation y'all kept over there because his ex, she didn't really need to know that because I mean, and that's like kind of ammunition for her to be like, well, I don't think this is the right lady for you because she doesn't even know what she wants. Pause. We're gonna get there. And even his ex, she recognized the red flag and just didn't get the committed relationship vibes from Camille. I got Phil bring Shiloh and Ticia to meet his ex. Ticia came in that baby. She wasn't feeling that seating arrangement at all. I felt like she kind of, I don't want to say she was overreacting, but I just think due to how she was the last person to come in, and I think how the energy, I believe she was the last person. Yeah, she was the last person to come in, and I think like what threw everything off was that Phil probably should have got up and said, "Wait a minute, whatever his ex name was, you sit over here." Ticia, you sit right here. And she even said the same thing. Like, I understood what she was saying, but I just think the energy was high. And he just wasn't willing to just up and change that energy. I don't know, y'all. But I feel like she kind of, excuse me, y'all. She kind of let that overtook her energy and didn't focus on what needed to be focused on. And Phil stated how Shiloh was his number one. I mean, we kind of all knew this. This wasn't too much of something we didn't know. I got Frank. X is she was a white lady, but I'll leave it there because she wasn't ugly. She wasn't ugly, but yeah. I'm gonna leave it there because I don't have my snatch, little waist, all those things anymore. So I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna be nice. I put opposites attract. I'm gonna say that. He brings Sydney and movement to meet his ex. The girls came looking hot. They came ready to slay. Yes, yes, yes. They like they was on the set of The Bachelorette. I said, yes, Sydney came ready. Her with the notes. She had notes, baby. She was ready. Her shit was looking like this. But y'all see, I don't need to just be over here freestyling shit. I be over here typing shit. Y'all see my notes, right? Yeah, okay, boom. And baby, she was ready. She was ready. Hold on. I'm already scroll past that. Moomin kind of played it back, and Sydney kind of was asking the questions. She was asking very good questions, I believe. I can't remember everything she was saying, but she was asking things that an individual should want to know if they're trying to take that next step with someone. Definitely a guy like Frank, because they both kind of come from the same, club atmosphere background. So she need to know these things. Um, what else? Do. I said once the girls left, Frank Xing like she wanted that old thing back. And she was saying, does he really know what he really want? And I'm like, girl, like, I guess you gotta plant that seed in his head, because just in case he don't know what he want. But at the same time, I don't know. I just feel like when exes kind of insinuate or put that energy in the atmosphere, it's like you're, on murky waters, because you just shouldn't kind of quite do that. Okay. Walter brings Sabrina and Movement to meet his ex. I'm gonna say she reminded me of Coco from SWV. I was getting very 90s tea. She had the Coco nails. Her energy was very 90s teas down. Okay. I got Walt's ex seems a bit off. She did. Maybe she's just a spirit. She's just a free spirit. I'll leave it at that. I said Sabrina came to slay. She was looking hot. Boom. Um, Sabrina has to leave early, which kind of threw me out. She had to leave early. She said she had like a engagement for work or something like that, which I got. But I was like, okay, didn't y'all? I don't know how. I don't really, obviously I don't work for the production company. I don't know how this stuff is filmed and worked. But I'm like, I don't know. My guy Walter is ready to go to Pound Town because Moomin said that she's trying to wait till she's married before she has sex. And Walter was saying like he's a very sexual person. Anyway, uh excuse me, y'all. Once the girls left, Walter's ex said Sabrina gives some crazy vibes, and that he should lean more towards moving because she was more of a safe bet. And I was like, I get that, but I don't know. I just okay. I feel like this. Like when an ex is talking to potential new suitors for that new person or whatever, it's kind of difficult for them to have an opinion about the candidates, because it's either two things: either they're not in a relationship and they still have that open softness spot for that person, or they moved on. But sometimes people just don't like to see the person that wasn't meant, that was supposed to be meant for them, not really meant for somebody else, or they just don't really care, so they'll just say anything to just kind of just not have other people get their blessings. I'll say that. Anyway, I got Dante brings Zadia and Shiloh to meet his ex. Dante ex spoke very well about him. And how she's seen the growth in him or whatever. Which that's what I'm saying. Like that's kind of energy that I feel like the lady should put it out there. And I ain't saying like lie, but if these women are trying to get to know these men, in a certain light, you don't want to like put that energy towards the women, like that's not like they're not, the ladies aren't worthy of the men. Like I can't, y'all, somebody in the comments know what I'm talking about. Y'all understand what I'm saying. It sounds very ghetto, very broken down English, what I'm trying to express, but y'all get it. Anyway, I got Dante's ex said she would choose Shyla over Zadie because she felt like Zadie was more concerned with trying to find out the details, the yin and you, which I don't feel like is a bad thing because I mean, this is all smoke and mirrors. Like I don't know what I'll be walking to off camera. Like we've seen it time and time again with the Ready to Love cast. The reunion come on, there's either been some new hookups, some new connections, or there's nobody together. So we just don't never really be knowing. So I felt like she was asking like, what is like? Is this really him? Was this just who he want us to see of him on the outside? Is there a different shades to Dante? Which I understood what she was saying. I didn't feel like anything was wrong with that. Mm, Naeem took Zadie to meet his ex. Who child? Okay. Naeem X is calling him and making him out to be a negative guy. And I just felt like, right, like she was like, oh well, um, he's not a cutler. Excuse me, and he don't know how to do this and that. And I'm like, girl, like, wait a minute, like you aren't having girl talk with your girlfriend about your ex or what have you. You're having a conversation with your ex about a young lady that he could possibly be pursuing and walking into a relationship with. Like, why would you make him out to look like that? I don't know. I don't know. It's just I don't like stuff like that. It just didn't sit well with me. I said she was reading him down. She really was, top to bottom. She was like going. I felt like she was going through the motions as she was sitting there. And I said, and she was reading him down instead of keeping the energy open to allow Zadia to clearly to see, allow Zadia to see clearly about him, which I felt was true. Like she came across biased that she wasn't allowing Zadia to kind of see who he could possibly be. I got Phil and Sydney had a little date, which was just kind of like grown and that was kind of random or whatever. But it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was cute. I think the little spark between them. I got Moomin is coming in hot with the guys because it's like she's like on a lot of the guys like Les. She's on Walter. She's on who else? Frank's. And Walter, Frank, and I'm missing somebody. No. I think that's it. Never mind, y'all. Dante spoke on how him and Aisha have been having a connection. They've been talking over the phone and stuff like that. And nephew time he asked Cornelius, do he feel like what's baby girl name? Camille having pre-engagement is a red flag, and he had to kind of pull that out of him for him to say, yeah, it might be kind of a red flag. I know I did see something. I try not to read the gospel because I kind of been behind on the episodes, but I did see something. They was talking about how they feel like they was using the show for clout or whatever. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it because I'm just dying to see what I can't say until I get there yet. So, so I said Sabrina is serving and Frank with a lot of heat, like a real woman. She was saying how like she's always reaching out to the guys and stuff like that. And I feel like he wasn't taking it well. But if that's how she feel and that's what she's doing, then what can you say besides okay, you know what, we got to do better as the men a part of this cast, and we want to make sure that we're being as present as we possibly can to you women. Like I don't feel like she was saying anything that was too out of the ordinary. I feel like she was just saying, but she was also kind of tense because she probably thought she probably was going home. She probably thought she was going home. Phil tells Ticia that she's not ready to love, so Ticia went home this particular episode. And Frank told Sabrina that she was there to stay and she was basically telling like she don't want to feel like she's overly pursuing the man, and you can't help but respect that because she was talking about, oh, the ladies will love me because I like to pursue or whatever. And I'm like, child, well, you gotta do all that, then I don't know. It's just, I just feel like it's even harder to date on reality TV now because okay, like in the early 2000s, there really wasn't there was a dating show that really wasn't around for social media. So you wasn't able to go online and talk about it and see this. Like the closest thing I'll say. Oh my gosh, I feel so. Oh, anyway, okay, anyway. I feel like the closest would be like a chat room or a message board. Like that would be the closest access you would have to being able to talk freely. And I'm talking about the early 2000s. I ain't talking about 2010, 2009. I'm talking about like 2000, 2001, 2000, 2003. Like that was the closest access you had to talking about, 2004, maybe 2005. Like you used to have to go to a message board to talk about a TV show or or whatever the fuck was going on. Like, I mean, they had little dating sites, but I mean, they just wasn't as strong. So it's like, I feel like people don't have so much of an outlet like they do now. We have everything. Like we're greedy. We're overwhelmed with having access, to everything, or whatever. And I just feel like dating on a show such as Ready to Love, like you just have so much access. So anyway, going into the next episode, they all were going on this couples retreat trip shebang. Nephew Tommy put together, and some people was riding together. I know Cornelius, Zadia, and Camille riding together, and excuse me, Sabrina and Walter were driving together. Now I don't think they showed nobody else driving together. I don't believe so. And while they was in the car, Sabrina, and she was asking, like, she was trying to get a direct answer out of Walter, like, are they a thing? And he really wasn't kind of giving her that in return. Then she started talking and carrying on, and she was like, oh, she was an exotic dancer back in the day and stuff like that. And I don't know, I just feel like he didn't give her the reaction that I think we all was looking at. He was just like, he didn't seem really wild. But I know I didn't think that she was that kind of girl. But hey, go ahead, Miss Thing. I ain't mad at you. Dante says Zadie hasn't gave him any attention when they made it there. She seemed really focused on Naeem. It was evident, but he said him and Aisha, they had seemed to been really connecting and feeling each other. I put Moomanism in her feelings with Walter, and she stated how Sabrina is manipulating him. And I don't feel like that. I'm going to say, like, that particular moment for the episode, I feel like it was like a very high school moment. I can't really say nothing else besides that. I just got a high school-ish type feeling like I'm better than her, so you should choose me because I'm better than her. But I know that's not what it was. She was just saying, like, how he acts different when he's around her. But I mean, most guys, they're not gonna act the same around one person versus they will the other. You know how they feel. They're not gonna do that because that's just not designed for them to do. Um, but yes, I felt like Camille's pushing a bit too hard for a certain level of commitment from Cornelius, and she had asked him something in the car. I can't remember. But I just felt like she was coming on way too strong. Like, girl, like, why are you laying it on so thick? Like, you already know you have them. If you really feel like the connection is there, you're not going to lose them. And y'all will be good. Like, slow down. She gave him a little gift, which was like a little necklace, y'all. And it had, Jesus loves me something or whatever on there. I'm just being silly. Had something on that. But she also said she had got her initials engraved on this. I was like, Lord have mercy. So I'm sure if anything happens, he probably will be discarding of that necklace. Because I'm sure he don't want to be constantly reminded of the fact that, yeah, not at all. I said, wow, it seems like Camille and Zadie seem to be on the defense. with Aisha, because okay, Aisha spoke up and she was just saying like, because Camille, she was like, oh well, you know, pretty much saying like how she was locked in with Cornelius and stuff like that, and Aisha was like, so what'll happen if you know he gets sent home, and she was like, oh, I'll fuck Mighty up or whatever and stuff like that, and I'm like, girl, like you obviously know there's possible a chance a person gets sent home. That doesn't mean that your connection ends. Like y'all can still communicate, talk, do what you have to do at the end of the day, regardless. So why would you get so defensive about that? Because obviously, if everybody sees that you're wrapped up with this guy, then they are not going to want to pursue him or push up on him. Just like there's no guy that's going to want to push up and pursue you because clearly you have made it known that he's the only guy that you're interested in. Anyway, but I said that girl gang was definitely showing. I think it's called themselves Brown Girl Gang. It was brown. I want to say brown skin girls, but I don't think it was that. It was Brown Girl Gang. It was supposed to be her. Camille Zadia. Oh, excuse me. And Moomin. You know, part of this little shebang. But I just felt like between Zadia and Camille, they was the ones who was really, you know, leading this fire. Um, all the guys, Zadi was definitely coming in hot. I don't. Okay, this is the thing with Zadia. I like her, but I just feel like I don't want to say aggressive because I feel like that's such an easy way to say it. I feel like okay, maybe this was it. Maybe she had hit her breaking point. I'm gonna say this. She hit her breaking point and she just wanted. She was just kind of fed up with not Aisha personally, but I just think everything that was going on. And it's like, I don't want to say she lashed out, but I have no other choice but to say my sis lashed out in a way that was kind of like, how can I say what I want to say without not being so aggressive? Because she used the word hate, like hateration or something like that towards Aisha, and it just kind of sent Aisha off, and she just kind of was upset. And you know, Naeem was sitting across the table like, oh, he was like, sometimes she just needs to know how to, you know, back down or whatever the case may be. And I'm looking like, well, maybe, you know, you're the guy who's pursuing her. Maybe you should lead her to that, or put something in there so you can kind of get the energy that you're saying that she should be doing, or what have you. Um, I got, of course, Nate is fine. Y'all know this already. Oh, he came in that piano room, child, because Phil and Aisha was sitting right there. He had his robe on. Mm, mm, mm. A beautiful black man. I'm getting lost. I'm trying to get it together. And then he stole Aisha and he gave her a massage. And I got old Lord in here. Um, it was very nice. It was very sweet. Much needed. Because she was really upset. She didn't like that. Because I did feel like she was getting ganged up on. Like, Zadie was doing more talking. But Camille was sitting right next to her. So it just seemed like it was just like a double whammy. And I said, I'm trying to figure out where the bad blood came between the ladies. So this is where I think stuff happens off camera. I don't know if the ladies have their own group chat or whatever. I'm sure they probably do. But something had to happen off the scene. So if we get this reunion, we'll probably know what happened. I'm praying we get this reunion. I'm sorry. Oh, let's John and shout. I hope we get this reunion. Please, nephew Tommy. I ain't got to the end yet, so I don't know if we getting it yet, but I'm praying we do. So boom, I feel like that. We gotta find out what happened. And I got Naeem might not be as clear as he should be with Zadia. And like I just personally feel like, you know, I feel like him, Walter and Phil. No, it's all of me, child. I don't know. I feel like all the men have played a part in this, have not really been as vocal as they should or need to be to kind of express themselves to these women to know what type of level they're on, reading the energy. Um, so, um, she said, okay, Sabrina, when the ladies was deliberating, Sabrina said how like she feel like what you call Cornelius might not be strong enough to deal with Camille because he's allowed her to kind of like run the show or whatever, which he has. He hasn't. He's kind of followed her lead very much. So I cannot deny that in any capacity. So Naeem and Zadia had they 1-1. Camille and Cornelius had they 1-1. And obviously we knew Cornelius was getting sent home because Camille was just like crying it up, baby. You would have thought they told her her little puppy pup was found on the road or some child. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm probably going to do these reviews next. Definitely will be coming in back to back to back. I got Married at First Sight. I also wanted to do Sisters. Is what I love Sisters. Tyler Perry show Sisters. So I wanted to do a review on that as well. But I want to wait to the next episode. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Until the next episode come on, because the first episode of the season just came back on, so it was just like getting all the players back into formation. So yes, trying to think that's it. Make sure you guys stay tuned. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share this video with anyone and everyone. Of course, y'all already know what to do. I appreciate all the love and support, and make sure y'all leave these comments because y'all know we need to talk. We gotta talk. Or also follow me on my social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat. I'm not as active on there as I used to be. Um, yeah, but y'all can still follow me on there. Whatever. But until next time, bye.